Chef Mommy in the house. Chef Mommy in the house. Chef Mommy in the house. She's the Chef Mommy. Chef Mommy in the house.
Good morning, it's me, Heather Martin, Chef Mommy, and today we're doing something super special. I have my kids with me, Colin and Harper, and we are doing a Chef Mommy, but we're going over to my friend's house. New things. I'm really super excited to go and make a meal with my friend Tonia Choi. She's gonna make something gluten-free, so stay tuned. We're on our way to my friend's house, to her kitchen. Okay, see you guys later when I get there. So I'm here at my friend's house. Her name is Tonya, and she's gonna cook something amazing with me today. Let's see if she's home.
Hey girl! Hi Tonya! How are you? I'm so glad you came by. So good to see you.
See you guys in the kitchen. I am super happy to be here with my friend. Everybody, this is Tonia Choi.
Hey, Tonya!
Tonya is an artist and a cook, everything you can think of. A mom of how many boys?
Well, we have 4 boys, blended family.
Yes.
4 boys total.
Yes. And so I want to tell you guys all about what Tonya is doing, and maybe Tonya will do a better job at telling you than I can. But we are friends, and I'm so excited that you would join me today and agree to let me invade her beautiful home, gorgeous kitchen. I came here a couple months ago, and Tonya was like, I bought this house, and I'm going to renovate it. And voila, isn't her kitchen beautiful?
Oh, thank you.
It is.
It's been a lot of work, but
it's been worth it.
it's come along.
It's gorgeous. So tell me all about your blog.
Okay, well, you know, we're a blended family. Young is Korean, and I'm Southern.
Yes.
Grew up in Mississippi, and so we're a blended family, which is kind of unique. You know, blended families are common, but when you have, you know, Korean and Southern, and you mix it all together, and the two cultures are just, there's actually some similarities, but then there's a lot of opposites. So it just makes for a very interesting life. So I, actually, when the boys were younger, I created a blog just documenting the life of a blended family, what it's like, but then we got busy, they got older, and then I just kind of let it die, and then they're all pretty much grown up. I mean, the youngest is Tanner, he's 16 now, and then our oldest is 22.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy. And then, you know, we have a 19 and almost 21-year-old. So, but like right as we were probably should have been focusing on an empty nest. We just really have always wanted to have a baby of our own, and it was just a hard thing for us. We had some challenges, and long story short, we ended up being able to be blessed with a baby through gestational surrogacy.
Wow.
And so we have our little one is on the way and due in December.
So excited.
Day before Young's birthday. And so we are just over the moon. We will do our gender reveal next month. And just this week will be 15 weeks pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
So I just thought this is too good of a story, too good of an experience, and I want to document that, you know, so it really inspired me to start cornbread and kimchi again. Everybody in the South knows what cornbread is, but I've actually had a lot of people say, what is kimchi?
Yeah.
But kimchi is pretty much the staple, the side dish to most any traditional Korean meal. I mean, if you eat Korean food, you're probably going to have kimchi with it. Just like in the South, if you eat a Southern meal, you're probably going to have cornbread with it. So, you know, I just thought it was kind of catchy, and it was just a kind of a good representation of who we are as a blended family.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah,
well, I'm excited. What are we going to make today?
We are making a shepherd's pie, which is, my mom made shepherd's pies growing up. It was just, it's actually an Irish dish, but it's very Southern to me anyway, because I grew up eating them. And then, but the spin-off is going to be, obviously it's going to be vegan. And allergy-free and gluten-free, because I have a gluten allergy that I have to be very careful about. But then it's also going to be a fusion of Southern and Korean. So we're going to have both flavors.
I'm excited. I am psyched to be able to try kimchi and to have shepherd's pie and blend it all together. You guys are going to love this. Stay with us, and in a moment we'll be right back in the kitchen with our aprons on, looking cute.
Okay, so we're gonna be using some shiitake mushrooms, and I really love these because they have a meatier, denser consistency than regular mushrooms.
Yes.
And when you marinate them, they don't get soggy. Sometimes regular mushrooms will just get soggy.
Okay.
So, and then what I do is sorry, I have this Band-Aid.
No.
Okay, so I usually, and one thing about shiitake mushrooms is the tip of the stems are usually just kind of yucky looking.
Okay.
They look like they're dirty, but they're really not.
Okay.
I mean, I've washed them. So I usually just cut that kind of weird part off, and then just kind of like really just chop it like that. Just kind of
Perfect.
you know, nothing fancy.
So I'll finish chopping these.
Yes,
Okay.
and then the marinade is going to be 1 cup of coconut aminos, and that is a good replacement for soy sauce. I actually like it in this better than soy.
Yes.
The Korean marinade recipe that I was inspired by, a lot of Koreans use it for their Korean barbecue. They use soy sauce, but it's super high in sodium, and you know, and because of allergies, sometimes you just can't use soy sauce. So this is a great replacement for soy.
For soy, yeah,
Yes.
because my kids, one of them has an allergy to the soy sauce. For some reason, he can do the soy, but when it's time for soy sauce, it'll make his lips itch. So,
oh yeah,
that's perfect.
Yeah, and it really is so tasty. I mean, it's. I was just surprised at how comparable it is to soy. Okay, and so the next thing is I use it's an organic pear juice, and it's like the ingredient is pretty much 100% organic pear.
Drink some right now.
Yeah, it's really
pears.
good. So pour a little bit of that in there.
Okay.
And then I do a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, just raw brown sugar. And then 3 cloves of minced garlic, or I actually don't mince it too thin because
a nice bite to the garlic.
Because it's a marinade, I want the garlic flavor just to really. It seems like when it's. It may not even matter. And then a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and onion powder, and then let's see here.
Come out of there.
Yes. Okay, and then I just whisk it together really good. Without anything else. Okay, so just pour it in here, and then what I'll do is get all that in there, and then I'll just get a spoon, and
I wish you guys could smell it.
And just really like mix it really good. I can't wait for us to fry these up and add them to the bottom layer of our shepherd's pie.
Yay!
It's gonna be delicious.
Yummy. So you put them in the refrigerator to marinate
Yes,
for 20 minutes at minimum.
Yeah, you want to try to get 20 minutes just so that flavor really gets in those mushrooms. But I would not marinate too much more than an hour, just because mushrooms they just tend to just soak in. And as you see, like I didn't do a lot of liquid just because I didn't want them to get soggy.
Oh, that's smart.
But again, shiitake mushrooms, the reason I like using these is because they don't get as soggy as your other mushrooms when you marinate. So yeah, at least 20 minutes, but no longer than like an hour.
Okay, got it.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna put these in the fridge.
Yay! I think we're ready to make
potatoes. Mashed potatoes. To me, this is my favorite part of it. It's just like, to me, mashed potatoes is the ultimate comfort food.
It is.
It's so good.
I agree.
And I try to keep it pretty simple. Start out with about 8 of these.
Okay.
But you can kind of judge. I use a pot about this big, so it's like maybe a medium saucepan.
Yes.
And chop them up into pretty big chunks, and just cover them with water, boil them.
See, yes.
Yeah, and then let them get soft.
Like that big or so.
Yeah, and then and then I let them get pretty soft. I add a half a stick of the earth balance.
Okay.
It's
Should I
earth
start
balance, right?
whipping them? Yeah. Earth balance.
Yeah, it's vegan. It's butter, but it's vegan butter, and so we're gonna.
Should I start faster?
And then I do half a cup of veganese. It just gives it a really fluffy, nice texture, gives it a nice taste. Right, yeah.
Flavor, yeah.
And just 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so we went ahead and cooked up half the batch of shiitakes and set them to the side because they're actually, you know, going to top the shepherd's pie when it's done. And so I'm cooking the other half, and I'm going to go ahead and add the onion. We chopped a whole medium onion. Add that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and add the celery too. 2 stalks of celery. And I'm going to give this an opportunity to just kind of, you know, soften a little bit before we add everything else. So we'll do the half of a green bell pepper. And then we have half of a red bell pepper. We did 2 grated carrots. Add that. And then I'm going to add half a cup of the kimchi, the chopped kimchi. And for those of you who do not know what kimchi is, it is Korean. My mother-in-law actually made this. As I mentioned, my husband is Korean, and it's basically fermented Napa cabbage, and it has you know, seasonings and spices, Korean spices, and then also has like some paprika and garlic and scallions and things like that. It's really good, very healthy. This is sun-dried tomatoes. And I do get the ones that are in oil. The ones that are not in oil tend to be a little drier. So this adds a little nice, bit of sweetness. Some garlic. And then have some sweet paprika. Onion powder. Garlic powder. And then this is just an all-purpose seasoning that I got at Whole Foods. It's really good. Just adds a little something extra.
That's a beautiful base for
Thank you. And then we're just going to let this cook probably like, I don't know, like good 20, maybe 20 minutes or so. And I don't really time it. I just kind of look at it and just see as it thickens. And while I do like for the veggies to get softer, sometimes it's nice too to have a little crunch.
Yes,
some people,
I like a crunch too.
Yeah, some people like a little crunch. So if you don't want it to get too soft, be mindful of that. It just kind of depends on your personal taste. Okay, so we have the potatoes all whipped up, and then so what I do is at this point, this mushroom vegetable mixture has, you know, cooked and gotten nice and thick and creamy, and I just press it down, you know, pretty tightly in the bottom of this skillet.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna pour these potatoes, and I usually just kind of pick the bowl up
And just pour it.
and just kind of, you know, scoop it out
Woo!
like this.
It's so pretty.
So I'm just gonna stick it in the oven. I have the oven on broil. It does not take but just literally 5 minutes at most. We're just gonna make the top of these potatoes nice and golden.
Okay.
And we'll be ready to garnish with the mushrooms and the parsley, and we're gonna be ready to eat.
Yay! I am so happy with the way all of this turned out. I don't know even what it's supposed to look like. I mean, you know, but this is your recipe, but it's looking delicious, and I'm ready to eat it.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I think we worked up an appetite.
Yes!
Well, we did mention, and I forgot to mention, but we put together a salad to go with it. You know, it's summertime, and we're about to be summertime, and my husband and I went to Durban Peach Farms this past weekend, and we got some fresh homegrown peaches. So we put together, you know, some lettuce and peaches and strawberries and avocado and some cilantro.
Yes.
And then, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, and some bib lettuce.
Yes. Well, it is bib lettuce. I just said lettuce, but Yeah, and then I took some of the fresh peaches and I cooked them down with a little bit of maple syrup and added some garlic and some ginger.
Yummy.
And then pureed it with a little bit of avocado oil and a little apple cider vinegar. And then we have a maple peach vinaigrette.
And y'all, I have to tell you, I had to stick my finger in it earlier and pour some out. I mean, because that sounds kind of gross, but I did pour some out and taste it. Look how beautiful that is.
Yeah, and it's just the color. I guess it's just the peaches when it's all. And it's just so. It is a pretty color.
It's nice and pink. This is so beautiful, Tonya.
I'm excited. We are hungry and ready to eat.
Ready to eat, y'all. I wish we could share this with you, but since we can't, we will share the recipe.
Yes.
And you guys have to be sure to make it. And when you do, share your pictures. Let us see. Tell us how you like it. Leave some comments. We'll make sure to leave the recipe in the comments below. And you can also check out Tonya's website.
Yes.
Check out her blog.
Yes.
To be able to, and the blog is right here. This is where you can find it.
cornbreadkimchi.com, and cornbread is spelled with a K.
Yes.
And kimchi is KIMCHI.
Okay. Yeah. So make sure you go there. The recipe will be listed there. If you want to try that or the summer salad, you should try it all is my recommendation.
Yep.
It is amazing. I cannot wait to dig into this and to take some home to my honey.
Yes.
See, I'm always thinking about you, Colin. I got you.
Yeah, here, so let's dig in. I want you to try some of this. It is, we got mushrooms falling off.
That's okay.
But
it's all going the same
there we
way.
go. It's very, just a little bit of that in there.
Oh,
And
I cannot wait to try it.
The salad too.
Oh, do I have to be proper and wait?
Oh no, you dig in. We've worked up an appetite, so.
When something is good, sometimes you just have to rock and hum. This is delicious.
Oh, well, I am so honored that you invited me to be a part of your cooking channel, your show, and so happy to have you in my house. You're welcome anytime, no invitation needed.
Thank you. This is delicious. You have outdone yourself. Let's sit down. I want to get some salad too.
Okay, perfect. Here, I made you some right here.
Oh,
so
cool.
you go sit down and
salad, and I'll eat. Bye, guys.
Bye.